Hello, everyone, and welcome to a recap of day 5 in the Jason Chen case. This is the case where Jasmine Pace, disappeared, was later found tied up in a suitcase. Instantly, her boyfriend, Jason Chen, became a suspect. And while we were still following it live, we saw some videos at around his apartment where he had some activities they claimed were suspicious. Remember, he claims she attacked him. He blacked out, stabulated her 60 times. Yesterday, I talked about how all the stabulations showed she had been on one side and it went everywhere from her scalp down to her chest. Today has been phone records, text messages, fingerprints, and digital forensics. They have kind of put the timeline together about what was the relationship between these two. They they had like a casual but affectionate tone throughout their communications. They met on Bumble in April 22, and by October they were making plans to travel to Chicago together. And nowhere in the text is there anything that could indicate something was going on. And it seemed right, normal, pretty basic stuff right up till November when the murder took place. Her phone was tracked to Chen's apartment late the night of. Remember, the mom said she left the apartment around 11. The next day, his phone is then pinging at Walmart, and then both phones show up around Walmart and Walgreens. Remember, we saw the surveillance videos of him buying cleaning supplies. But after 3:50 p.m., nothing happens anymore on her phone. His continues to show activity. At 5:59, he's seen on a television camera rolling a suitcase down the street. We saw that as when we were still covering it. And a couple of minutes later, he is at Suckreed Road, where the body is later discovered. This is the state's belief, the hard evidence. He must have been the one who dumped her there. Again, opening statements. Well, I did it, but it was an accident. His fingerprints were also found on the garbage bag that had the body inside it. There was one set on the outmost bag, and there was one on the innermost, or some on the innermost bag. They also found Chen's SIM card in her phone in the days after her disappearance. So he must have had control over her phone because his SIM card was put into her phone. Um, her phone was later found when at a place called Tremont Street, raising more questions. What is it that is going on here? They used all of this cell phone data, the GPS, the cell towers. We've seen that in multiple cases where they kind of puzzled it together, all the movements that have been. But again, her phone going inactive, they believe is a big red flag. They believe that they have enough to paint a picture of him being involved in what led to her death. It seems kind of out of the blue to the investigators. It didn't seem like there were any red flags before it happened. There's no arguments. There are no threatening text. There's no breakup text. So why is it that he chose to do it? This will be the thing that probably will be going on today. Today will be day 6. They will go Saturday. They are sequestered. They'll be off on Monday because it's Martin Luther King's Day on Monday. But so far, of what I've seen, what I have read, they have him dead to rights with he did it. But it doesn't seem like the defense is really taking the swings back that can prove, yes, he did it, but it was because something happened. She all of a sudden blew up. Something. She came at him with the bottle, as she said. There was a lot of jury questions, a lot about how to do the fingerprints. There were questions about what else was found at the scene. Again, it seems like a very attentive jury, and the state will have to prove the intent, even though that doesn't seem like the defense might be the best at showing that necessary reasonable doubt that you need. We are following the Cochran case. Their defense, even though they have some funny personalities, the two defense attorneys, they are showing reasonable doubt all over the place. But in this case, it seems more like maybe they're saving their powder till it's their turn, and they will bring him on the stand and rely on him to persuade the jury that she was cray-cray and he had to do it. It's going to be interesting, but this was the recap of day 5. Lots of technical evidence again, lots of very, very, very long sessions with different investigators on the stand. We'll have to see how it works out. Right now, I have a pretty good feeling that the jury will find him guilty, even though I'm not 100% sure they have shown intent other than the hiding of the body, which could be a panic reaction, and the absolute crazy amount of stabulations. 60 stabulations is insane. We will have to follow along.